Hi, Carrie. This past Friday, I drove to Detroit to go to the Online News Association conference. I drove all the way to Detroit, which was about a 3.5, 4 hour drive, attended about 4 hours of the conference, and then I went out for drinks with the attendees and I drove 3.5, 4 hours home, all in one day. The conference was 2 days, but the reason that I drove home that day was so that I could work the next day. And I wanted to attend the whole thing, but I couldn't get out of work. The reason I'm telling you this is because I had an instinct that this conference was going to be meaningful to me. And I had a feeling I might meet people who would be interesting, and I might come away from it a little bit better off than I began. And I might learn something. What I love about these kinds of things are you have an idea of what is going to happen. I knew that I was going to be taking a 3-hour workshop on building communities, specifically building communities of online journalists so that resources can be shared, people can feel less alone in their jobs, and because as a group, more can be accomplished when people are aware of what's happening at other television stations or radio stations or online publications. The power of many versus the power of one. The power of many people working together towards a common goal. One of the first things I noticed when I got to this conference was that they handed out this piece of paper to everybody. And the thing that really intrigued me about it was there was kind of before, during, and after section, very succinct about one double-sided page. And on the after section, it said how you can go and make this conference meaningful to you after you've left. I find so often that these kinds of things affect us and then immediately disappear from our lives. The tip it gave was to take what you learned from this conference, create a lesson where you focus on the biggest takeaway you got, and then share it with others. And that was the takeaway that I am sharing with you right now. When you learn something, take it in. What's the biggest takeaway? And then share it and teach others. What is the point of going and learning something if you're not going to go ahead and teach others the lessons that you've learned? How is the world going to get better and more dynamic if we don't share the lessons that we have received?